Good morning, Cyberpunk fans, and welcome to week 4 of Cyberpunk Mods Weekly. I'm your host, the Cyber Mod Zone. Once again, this week has been another exciting week full of developments within the modding community. Now, I've got to preface this video by saying that all of the mods featured this week are dependent on the Cyber Engine Tweaks mod by Yamashi, which was covered earlier in week 2 of this series. But I mean, most of you probably have this mod installed already, as it is the most downloaded mod on the Nexus. But aside from that, let us get right into the first mod this week, which is called the TPP Mod Work in Progress Third Person by Jelle Bakker and MaximiliumM. This mod does allow you to choose multiple different third-person camera angles, as well as zooming in and out to suit your preferences in order to play the game from an external point of view. Since day one, people have been asking CD Projekt Red to release a third-person mode for Cyberpunk, but now I guess we finally know why they never planned on releasing it. As can be seen, in order to make the first-person view look right, the character can adopt some really weird poses when holding weapons or just moving at all, really. While glitchy, I wouldn't say that this makes the game unplayable, just that it's probably one that'll break your immersion quite a bit. But hey, I would almost say that it makes the game more fun, especially when combined with our next mod, which is the Push NPCs mod by Greenhouse. This is a mod that aims to bring the phosphor-dash out from Skyrim into Cyberpunk. Only kidding. This mod adds the ability to push NPCs by pressing Q on your keyboard, but it's nearly functionally identical to the phosphor-dash out. It didn't take me long, however, to notice that as long as your crosshair is over your target, you can push them from pretty much any distance. As you can see, this quickly got out of hand, especially when I decided to turn into a telekinetic noodle crab from the future, throwing everyone within a 40-meter radius into the air. Now, I think this mod is slightly overpowered, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to play around with, and the squish noise you get from throwing people into walls is so satisfying. Fun times. Speaking of, next we have the Undress Mod by MaximiliumM. This one is similar to the mod that I covered in week 2 called Underwear Remover, however this one is slightly different. Rather than achieving nudity through a change in the hex code, this one uses a Lua script with Cyber Engine tweaks. This allows you to select the type of nudity you want, completely nude, topless, bottomless, or with underwear, simply with the press of a button. Now, I noticed with the third person mod, it worked fine with the female model, but it didn't work with the male models, even though in photo mod, the mod worked with both genders. Meh, I guess modders are just more interested in making sure that female characters render correctly. Next up, we have FreeFly by keanuFreeze. This is a mod that's also similar to one I've featured previously. However, it is a significant improvement on the previous one. This mod allows you to no-clip around the world relative to your mouse position, whereas the previous no-clip mod moved you in reference to the world. Meaning, with this mod, if you press forward, you'll move toward the direction you're looking at, rather than just moving one coordinate up in the game world. This mod essentially allows you to explore otherwise unreachable areas in the game. Now, we know there was a lot of cut content from the game, so there's a very real possibility that there are still a lot of hidden secrets within the game that were just made unreachable at last second. Hopefully this mod will allow people to discover more secrets hidden within Night City, or even just some cool Easter eggs. Next up, we have Untrack quests by WillyJL. Now, personally, I've always found it annoying that the developers never added a way to deselect all your quests and just wander around. This mod aims to change this by allowing you to deselect your active quest and remove the marker by pressing backspace. While it's only a small change, it's just something that I'm not quite sure how the developers forgot to add themselves. Have you ever gone into photo mode, only to find that the NPCs in the background were ugly and ruined the shot? Have you ever wished that you could change a character's clothes to take a better photo? Then this next mod, the Appearance Menu mod by Maximilium and CtrlAltDaz, is the mod for you. This mod allows you to cycle between the preset outfits or swap prefabs for civilians. This allows you to switch a character's clothes as well as switch the appearance of NPCs around you. While not that useful, it can be fun to play around with and see all the different costumes that are available for various people. Last but not least, we have Johnny Silverhand's Holographic Arm by JB02381177. This is a mod that adds Johnny Silverhand's arm as an equipable item into your inventory. Now, this doesn't actually provide any benefit gameplay-wise, but it is a useful tool for those that are looking to create a cinematic or take a cool screenshot of their character. And that is all the mods that we have for this week. It's actually quite exciting to see the pace at which Cyberpunk modding is accelerating. Hopefully this time next week we'll have some even more sophisticated mods to play around with. Until then, it would mean a lot to me if you could smash that like button and subscribe. I've only just started this channel and I'm excited to bring you the latest news in Cyberpunk modding. Until then, thank you for watching and I hope that I'll see you sometime in the future.